Okay, everything I'm reading indicates it should be open. Done parts 1 and 2. Did that one. Definitely did that one. We did that one too. That was Joshua. We did that one. We got the emblem from it. Done all the Star Doors. Did I not do the food one? I feel like I would have. Let's see what it is. It'd be nice if I could see which ones apparently haven't been completed. Oh my god, these are the ravens? No, 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 let me out, let me out, let me out. Oh god, no. Alright, well, it definitely wasn't this one. That is concerning. Instead of going to each one, I'm just going to go look at the list and see which one does not look familiar. I think I might have it. This one requires you to have won 400 battles, and maybe I didn't do that, but I don't recognize the description of the scene. No idea how I would have reached the Black Ark without having won 400 battles, but we'll go in here. Let's see if it looks familiar. I'm really sad that I won't be able to use this proper final party because we need someone who's heavy and physical. But that's fine, they'll lead their own parties. Olivier and Kloe, I mean. They've been in the final party for both the first two games. Report on the attack on Erebonia's Bracer Guilds. In S1202, many of the branches of the Bracer Guild in Erebonia came under attack in quick succession. The perpetrators were an armed group, but all else above them was unknown. And the guild, along with all connected to it in the nation, fell into a state of confusion. Before long, the Orbital Communications network in the capital was rife with calls and messages, and the situation grew increasingly grave. Pretty sure we haven't seen this before, so I must have just forgotten to come back. From Intelligence Division, 1st Subdivision, to General Staff Office, or maybe like it was just bad timing in the episode. At dawn yesterday, the capital's guild houses were completely destroyed by powerful explosives. According to the 2nd Subdivision's analysis, the explosives were likely set directly below those buildings in the city's underground waterways. Judging by explosives used and means employed, this was the work of professionals. Currently working to confirm the locations of potentially dangerous persons within the country. From Intelligence Division, 3rd Subdivision, to Intelligence Division, 1st Division, Subdivision. A Jaeger member has been found among those suspected of entering the country illegally. Confirmed to be responsible for logistics in the Jester Jaeger Corps. Keep an eye on other members of the same corps in the country. From Erebonian Bracer Guild to Liberlian Bracer Guild, Gransel Branch. At dawn today, the guild houses in Heimdallr came under attack. We are unable to contact the bracers charged with overseeing them. We request the aid of high-ranking bracers. This is urgent. We repeat, this is urgent. From 1st Subdivision to General Staff Office. The Bracer Guild here in Erebonia has sent a message to the guild's Gransel branch. Judging by the content of the message, at least one high-ranking bracer will be entering Erebonia in the coming days. We request they be pursued and put under strict surveillance upon arrival. 2 days after the assaults began, Cassius Bright, S-Rank, arrived in the Imperial capital. This is the events of the first game, by the way. Right about when the airliner is being taken. He assumed the post of provisional representative of the Erebonian Guild. After doing so, he assessed the damage to the guilds and called for the bracers assigned to them, who had become scattered in the chaos, to reconvene outside the city. He also ordered a halt to all orbital communications to prevent interception by the enemy. By this point, guilds in 6 cities had been attacked, and the Bracer Guild in Erebonia was beginning to struggle to function. The branches that had not yet been attacked requested the army's protection. However, they seemed to be in no hurry to grant their support, making it clear they could not be counted upon. Meanwhile, the provisional representative was able to estimate the rough location of the enemy's supply base from their movements up to that point. And after choosing a small number of bracers who were familiar with the area, he sent them to try and find it. His reasoning for going with this approach was that he had concluded the enemy would have to build a supply base inside the country because of how strict Erebonia's border controls are. It did not take long for his lose the battle but win the war strategy to produce results. From 1st Subdivision 2 General Staff Office, the bracer sent by Liberal's Guild is confirmed to be one Cassius Bright. Bright is an S-rank bracer whose file in our subdivision has him rated as an L4 threat, the second highest possible. He is also the man believed to have commanded the counteroffensive against the Imperial Army during the 100 Days' War. May potentially pose a threat to national security, so he is being carefully watched. From 1st Subdivision 2 General Staff Office, attempt to track CB failed, current whereabouts are unknown. Yeah, he gave you the slip. However, as requested by HQ, we have not raised the alert level and have left it as it stands. Typo. Several bracers are currently traveling aboard a train. We believe them to be taking part in some kind of operation. Same people to same people. 6 bracers assaulted the Jaeger's base. Jaegers inside the base were apprehended. We have identified them to be members of the Jester Jaeger Corps. Love the menacing music. The discovery of the enemy's base revealed that it was a Jaeger Corps known as a Jester who was behind the attacks. After this, however, the Jaeger's movements became much more passive, and the two sides entered a deadlock. The stalemate continued for roughly 2 months. During this time, the guild representative made contact with the intelligence division, and began preparing for an operation that would ultimately allow him to bring the trouble to an end. CB has made contact with a member of our subdivision, currently in the process of confirming. Target CB has proposed a joint operation, intending to meet him again at the specified date and time. Strategic analysis of the Bracer Guild attack, 2nd Subdivision. Haven't heard much from them. What eventually broke the deadlock was a brilliant strategy devised by CB. Having successfully made contact with a member of the Intelligence Division, he made them send a message to HQ in the hopes he would be intercepted by the enemy. What happened was exactly that. From the message, they were able to deduce the time and place the next meeting would be happening, and set about plotting his assassination. Exactly what CB hoped would happen. During the meeting, CB had also given said Intelligence Division member an encoded message. It contained detailed plans for an operation in which the Imperial Army would defeat the Jaegers after they had been lured out by false information. The General Staff Office chose to go ahead with the proposed plan, and after a joint operation with the Bracer Guild, the Jaegers, who had gathered to assassinate CB, were surrounded and forced to surrender. Furthermore, the remnants of their forces who were in other bases were also defeated after the initial prisoners gave up their locations. Several months after the trouble began, Jester was completely dismantled. Raising the threat level of Cassius Bright S-rank bracer effective immediately. Henceforth, he will be regarded as an L5 threat. He poses a severe threat to national security and must be placed under strict surveillance if he ever enters the country again. Confirm that the surveillance target left the country today. His departure was without incident. Handing control over the mission over to our foreign agencies. Transmission over. GSO Special Investigative Department to His Excellency the Imperial Chancellor. We have also confirmed CB's departure. We shall continue to pursue him, but he has not shown any suspicious behaviors to date. We have yet to confirm any interactions between him and the minstrel. Is that Olivier? We'll continue to follow their movements. They did finally get to meet. But yeah, that's what was happening when FC was going on. And yeah, we clearly hadn't done that door. So now, if I go to star door 14, it should open. Because we've done normal, hard, and nightmare arena. We've done all of the fishing minigame. We won at gambling. We have done everything we can possibly do with the star, sun, and moon doors. We've done both of moon door 1 with yeah. Here we go. Okay, so that was it. The final door. The last memory fragment and blessing. What you got, Celeste? Hit me up. Oh shit, it's a cutscene. This is the embark, I think. From SC, the final dungeon. Of destruction. Love the church music. This could be a Bayonetta stage. He says his main knowledge of Bayonetta being Smash Bros. Hey look, it's the seal and the Bobcat. Leaning back and enjoying the show. I actually got to lean forward. Oh, Walter and Blue Blanc. Hey, Blue Blanc. Don't just stand there. Say something. Why should I be the one to break the silence? Words have no meaning in the face of such a splendorous sight. All there is for us to do is to be overwhelmed and awed by the spectacle before us. Ugh. The others still haven't come back, either. Got a crummy ending to this whole shtick, huh? Ren left the city, and has since departed the region. Luciola is missing, but no good can come from us fretting for her safety. Oh, no worries on that front. Just think it'd be a waste for a woman like her to die so early. So, you know, here's hoping she didn't lose her life for nothing. I quite agree. As for Louvet, I fear the odds of him making it out alive are non-existent. Yeah. Damn it. If I'd known this was gonna happen, I would have finally made him fight me. He was always finding excuses to get out of it. Well, unlike us, he had a clear and specific purpose for taking part in all of this. And it looks like he may well have been able to achieve it at that. Though, he met his end. I have an inkling that he, at least, is satisfied by the ending to his story. Blech. Hard to believe it's all over. Hey, Gilbert. What? What's happening? I thought we were going to use that floating city to rule a borough. Then we were going to use it to rule the whole continent. So why is this happening? This wasn't supposed to happen. Wait. Did anyone ever actually say we were going to do that? Or was I just thinking it on my own? I was, wasn't I? Wow, some self-awareness from Gilbert. Ah! I hate my life. All I seem to do is get humiliated by them and abused by Lord Campanella lately. And then, to top it all off, this happens. Oh yeah, wait till you see what happens next to you. Just what have we all been doing? Oh, I don't know why that broke my brain a little bit. Hey, Campanella. Speak of the devil. We haven't ever seen you in combat. Of course, you are the fool, so that makes sense. Lord Campanella! I'm relieved to see you're well, sir. The same to you, fine gentlemen. I'm thoroughly impressed with your work ethic. It takes guts to dedicate yourselves to your duty, even at a time like this. You should see what's happening outside. It's a sight to see, you know. All the mirror in the world couldn't buy you tickets to see a show this incredible. You're not too late to check out the show if you head out now. Why not go take a peek? I won't tattle. We couldn't possibly. We wouldn't dream of abandoning our post without permission. I suppose you wouldn't after the training you've been through. Well, no matter. Now, mind letting me inside? I've got something I need to take care of in the sanctuary, you see. Sir? But we've been ordered not to let anyone inside without the professor's permission. Even you, Lord Campanella. He's as dead as he'll be if you won't let me through. I don't think even I can get a dead man's permission now, can I? What? But that's just not possible. Oh dear, is my word worth that little to you? I'm hurt. Maybe I should have a little fun with you like I always do with darling Gilbert. That might make you a little more inclined to have more faith in me. We never once doubted your words. You need not trouble yourself on our behalf. That's lovely to hear. Well, then why don't you go outside and watch the show like I suggested? You're under no obligation to guard this place now that the man who ordered you to do so is no more. Gladly, sir. Good luck with your business, sir. Lol. They may have served their purpose now, but it seems a terrible waste to steal their memories and toss them out like garbage. Maybe I should put them under my command. What chicanery are you gonna get up to? You rapscallion. Ooh. This looks like some heavy-duty machinery. Kind of reminds me of, one of the locks. The one underneath the Grancel. Even all this noise going on... Actually, wait, this is where this star door was. This is exactly it, yeah. Even all this noise going on outside can't reach this far inside the ship by the looks of it. Just as well, I couldn't fulfill my role otherwise. Ooh, no more music. Requesting access. I, Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool, hereby request access to the celestial globe in place of the third ennui, Georg Weissman. Is it like a Cerebro? We've been waiting for you. Already here, I see. New celestial globe, who dis? Is this the council? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And one of them is dark. Are those meant to be the 7 elements? The 5th ennui, yep. So, now that he's dead, his thing is dark. I certainly never envisioned that the Faceless would perish. Poor thing. All the trouble he caused his old friends finally caught up with him. So how exactly did he die? I'm simply dying to know. Oh, I wish you could have seen it. The poor fellow was turned completely to salt, from the top of his head to the tips of his toes. Then it all came crumbling down into itty-bitty pieces. Oh my, what a chilling way to go. I do wish I could have been there to witness it for myself. So he fell victim to the result of that singularity in Northumbria, did he? I would have loved to have seen the real thing when it first appeared. Huh, who would have seen that coming? That guy never seemed to let his guard down even for a second. I imagine it was the work of a Dominion. Almost certainly the 5th, the position everyone previously believed to be vacant. Alright, guess that explains why he screwed up. So what's the 5th Dominion's name then? Kevin Graham. He calls himself the Heretic Hunter, and he studied under the one and only Carnelia. It seemed like a real riot, too. Twisted in all the right places. He studied under Carnelia now. Now I'm even more interested in him. You've got to be kidding me. So the 2nd is the Abyss? After how into Leonhardt you were, you're not ever even gonna mourn his loss for more than a second before setting your eyes on a new guy. Oh my, you've got me all wrong. I assure you that I'm mourning Leon's death in my own way. He's not a man I'll ever likely forget, especially as I could never get him to show even the slightest hint of interest in me to the very end. Indeed. He truly was a skilled swordsman. His loss will be keenly felt. He was the only one among the enforcers who was able to cross blades with you, I believe. Certainly of those I have fought against, I often asked him to humor me with my training. I always felt as though there was a chance he may surpass me as a swordsman one day. That was the 7th. It makes knowing he lost his life before having a chance that much more difficult to bear. In my opinion, the loss of the Blade Lord isn't all that significant when you look at the bigger picture. A tiny predictable loss in our overall combat capabilities. Now, the loss of the Angel of Slaughter will have much more of a long-term impact. Oh, the chick with the scythe. Wonder if she'll come back in the end. She seemed pretty confused. That's a decision for her and her alone to make. We may be above them in the Ouroboros hierarchy, but that doesn't give us the right to order them around. That is the way of the society. But still. Professor, all of us here are well aware of the importance of the Gordius series. But this is a law decided by the Grandmaster. So I think 7th is a professor? Surely you are aware of what that means. 6th, my bad. 2nd strikes me as a woman, by the manner of speech. You only need to look at Weissman's obsession with that black-haired boy to see what can come from being too fixated on someone. Indeed, that very obsession proved to be his undoing. Isn't that right, Campanella? You could definitely argue it was one of the factors that led to its failure, yes. Kevin seemed like he was trying to use it to his advantage, too. Alright, I'll drop the issue. But know that as long as the 13 factories are in my care, the Gordius series will be of unparalleled importance to me. so I'll be keeping an eye on her from here on to observe how well the one she has is functioning. Certainly. We'll leave that to you. I believe we've talked for long enough. The time has come for the Grandmaster's advent. Is that so? How thrilling. Sick music. So this guy right here is the head of Ouroboros, Grandmaster. I see you have all gathered. Yes, Grandmaster. With the exception of the third ennui, all are present and accounted for. Very good. You deserve my thanks for observing all that transpired as my representative, Campanella. I'm pleased to hear as much, Grandmaster. I imagine you are already aware of what transpired during the Gospel Plan, even without me relaying the details. But allow me to fulfill my most important duty. Is that a sword? Or a staff? Oh my. So that's the Aureole. Oh shit, so he just flat out stole the Aureole. Well, that's the element of space in his grasp. Thank you. If only the price we paid to obtain it weren't so great. Weissman, Leonhardt, to say nothing of the countless other sacrifices, both human and otherwise, that arose through this plan. I and I alone bear responsibility for each and every one of them. That is simply not true. Please do not place the burden of blame upon yourself. The Faceless alone was at fault for his death. But if anyone should take the blame, it's we ennui who chose to overlook his behavior rather than steer him back on the right track. No, I half expected that this is what would happen. Yet I chose to leave all of the decisions in his hands. I did so because I believe that to be necessary for this world. But nonetheless, the blame is unequivocally mine. Oh, Grandmaster, why must you blame yourself so? Because he's the Grandmaster? Duh. There will inevitably be a reaction to what has happened in time, but I imagine the Church will act regarding that. Let us leave the matter to them, as you wish. I must admit that my curiosity is piqued, but it shall be as you desire. In that case, what should all of us do now? The bells in the west have rang, and the first pact applies no more. I hereby proclaim the completion of the first phase of the Orpheus final plan, the Gospel Plan, and the initiation of its second phase, the Phantasmal Blaze Plan. Very well. Leave everything to us. We, your loyal ennui, in accordance with your wishes, shall now fully devote ourselves to the execution of your plan. Cool. So it's time for the Phantasmal Blaze Plan to begin, huh? The stage is set, at the very least. It's going to utterly dwarf the Gospel Plan in terms of both quality and scale. Things are finally about to get interesting. By the way, I might be the last person you want to hear this from, but would you mind stopping the whole peeping in thing, mysterious stranger? Was that a fourth wall break, or was someone actually spying on him there that we were seeing through? Or if that wasn't a fourth wall break, was it a fourth wall break in universe? Like if Kevin and people were seeing this, was he responding to that? Like in the, does he have some sort of like meta awareness? Like he knows he's currently reliving a memory of something that happened and someone is watching it? Very interesting. Alright, let's take a look at our latest couple of rewards. We got this Brilliant Crown. Prevents ailments and stat down, various stats up. Ultimate crown set with septium of all 7 elements. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah, I should get them de-equipped off of danger mode because we no longer have such an intense need. Yeah, go ahead, Kevin. You're the main character. Okay, you're good. Let's get you equipped with some good stuff again. Go ahead and take the Shining Emblem. Do we have one of the ones that prevents all statuses down? Oh, Saffron Necklace, yeah. One of the good ones, I meant. Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, those Crimson Eyes give massive speed down. Olivier could be 10 points faster. Who knew? Yeah, sure. Take the Vara. Oh wait, what about the Lebens Bon Plus? Nah, take the Vara. Olivier, you've still got your Crimson Eyes, yeah. You're still pretty damn fast. Oh yeah, we also got the Jagged Armor, which is not better than anything I have. It's an interesting one, though. Okay, and then we also got an Ornament. Not an Ornament, a Quartz, maybe. Oh, it's a Earth one called Soul. There it is, yeah, okay. EP is automatically converted to CP during battle. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So I guess it constantly drains away your AP and turns... That actually might be good for someone like Zin, who doesn't ever cast anything, you know? Yeah, I'm gonna have to kit everybody out here and make sure we're good. Anyways, let's head back. Haven't been recording for too long, so we should be okay to actually, like, start going into the dungeon. But first, I'm gonna take just a quick moment here and get everybody as equipped as I can. Okay, we are back. I spent about 20 minutes. I got everyone what I think kind of the best setup for what I have available for their equipment and orbments. I won't go over it all. Just trust me when I say, you know, I did my best to kind of play to their strengths. A lot of them just needed like gem upgrades, like they had attack 4, they needed ruby gem, that kind of stuff. I did run out of space quartz. I really don't want to go grinding. I'm so sick of grinding, I'm not gonna lie. So, you know, some of them have to make do with gold gem 4s. Whatever, I don't really care. A few near the end have to make do with action 4 instead of onyx gems, but everything else I was able to upgrade as needed. And I made sure to have one representative of information on each team so we can at least see enemy stats and stuff. Other than that, I think we are good to go. So, I don't know exactly how it's going to make us distribute the parties, but just in case, I'm going to get our final party assembled.
Let's move out.
I am tempted to take Olivier and Kloe in instead and keep the tradition, but recommends a physical attacker. I mean, so here's what I'm gonna put as my current party, okay? So Kevin and Reese have to go in the last one, that's a given. We've got, right now I've got Kloe leading Julia, Mueller, and I didn't really have a set one for their fourth. Probably Josette, because she doesn't really belong in any of the others. But then we were going to have Olivier leading... I mean, I guess he should take Mueller, yeah. So I was going to have a red-haired guy leading Ren and Tita. And I guess Annalise. And then it would be Richard, Zin, Julia, Kloe. And then Josette, Olivier, Mueller, Shara. I'm so indecisive on this. But we really need a strong physical attacker that can hit the party, and Joshua's perfect. And why would we separate Joshua from Estelle? That just seems rude, you know? And then I'd have to pick between one of these two. So yeah, we'll do it like this. It's thematic and it's appropriate. Before we do, let's go stock up on food ingredients. It's probably going to be the last time we have to do that. Alright. I think we are truly ready to head out. Now, depending on cutscene length, we might not actually start any of the 4 paths today, but we'll see how it goes. 91 hours, my goodness. Once you depart on board the Arseal, there will be no turning back. You will never be able to return to this garden again. Are you completely sure that you are ready? Let's do. Very well then. In that case, let's call the others and leave for the Arseal at once. All the way back, and look, there's a sun door down there. All the way back in the first layer. Are you coming with us, Celeste Ghost? Alright, everyone is now in position. If you would, Celeste? Of course. Please focus your minds, everyone. Focus on the image of this ship taking flight into the sky. That is all you need to do. Got it! And this is gonna be easy. It's not a sight I've had the pleasure of seeing before, but I can easily imagine how beautiful it must be. Come to think of it, I was in this ship when I was being transported to a cell in Leiston Fortress. And that was when my life really started to go off the rails. If you are going to remain on board, sir, I would kindly ask that you cooperate. For this ship to fly again, everyone on board it must be thinking of the same thing. If you're not willing to participate, you could always climb off and remain in the garden. No! I can cooperate! For realsies! How did I ever get myself into this mess in the first place? Well, aren't you being a good boy? Well, now that we have everyone's support, I think it's time to begin. Oh! Is this... The Pompadour airship is ready to take off. Activation complete. The Arseal is now ready to depart at any time. Scream! Oh, he did it! Whew. I didn't want to think about what would happen if that failed. Well, we're finally ready. What should we do, Kevin? If we're ready, I'd say we should get going immediately. Our destination's set, so let's go there and finish this. Understood. If you would then, Julia. Certainly, Your Highness. Henceforth, this ship will be accelerating to maximum battle speed and exiting the plains. Start all engines, and advance. Yes, ma'am! Are those meant to be flickering? Or is that a graphical glitch? Zoom, zoom, zoomies! Interesting visuals. Wow! So this is what the plains really look like. It's like being surrounded by a giant kaleidoscope. 3000 SPH, 3100, 3200. Wait a second, 3500, 3800, 4300. We're now going at 5,000 SPH. What? But the RCL should only be able to... It's because we have no air resistance. I can only assume this is how the result of how well you were able to combine your thoughts as one. That was a struggle of a sentence. And this must be the RCL's theoretical maximum capability rather than its real-world maximum. This is amazing! Shouldn't take us long to reach our destination at this kind of speed. Are we still in the plains, incidentally? Yes, but we shouldn't be for much longer. Detecting a barrier in front of us. 120 seconds until impact. Full speed ahead. Prepare the main cannon for rapid fire. Try not to be loud, it's like 1:30 a.m. We're going to use it to force our way through. Right! I hope they don't do everyone loses their memories of this kind of thing, because lots of stuff happened here. Ooh, we get an enemy cutscene. Massive orbital cannon fire. Better hope that it breaks through. That's really cool how it took the form of the Falcon. C contributed. Looks like a destroyed world. Whoa! So this is how Phantasma looks outside of the plains. It's nothing but a barren wasteland. Our destination's coordinates are as I mentioned earlier. As long as we keep heading straight, we should reach it before long. Whew! Guess this is our chance to take a breather. That was a real thrill now, wasn't it? Even Ouroboros doesn't have any airships quite this fast. It's only just starting to hit me just how how vast Phantasma actually is, though. The plains felt big enough as it was, but this area around them seems even bigger. Indeed, it's astounding to believe that all of this is only a subsystem of the Aureoles. It also makes it even harder to believe that the Aureole could have disappeared as it did. Yeah, I'm with you. There's no way that something capable of making an entire other world like this could just vanish all of a sudden. Which means he probably collected it. Is something wrong, Kevin? Oh, nah, it's fine. I doubt what I'm thinking about has any direct connection to what's happening here. What the? There's a small flying object approaching us 200 Selj from behind. What? How could there be another airship out here other than ours? No, it seems to be a pursuer from the plains. A pursuer? Bring down the main monitor. Try and get the pursuer up on it using the ship's rear camera. Understood. As always, I apologize for me switching to like 12 different voices all at the same time is making them blend a little bit together. And it's going as fast as we are to be catching up. Oh, it's a ship. Is it Potter Modder? No, I don't know what the hell that is. What's a silver Dragion doing here? Huh, I've never seen one in that color before. This is bad. It's going faster than us. At this rate, it's gonna catch up before long.
That wouldn't be likely to end well either. The Arceel has been taken down by a Dragion once before as it is.
Ugh. Prepare for mid-air battle. Turn the ship and intercept that Dragion. No, there's no need to do that. That was Kevin's voice. What? This is new. The time has finally come to show you all my true brilliance. You actually got some? You feeling alright, buddy? Perhaps you ought to go and rest in the medical room. You seem confused. The rest of you can just stay there and watch. You're about to see a real hero in action. And he's gone. What's gotten into that goofball? My moment has finally come! Already, this is like not the voice he had at the beginning of the episode. From now on, I will be the star of this show! If this world really does respond to people's thoughts, then come forth, my wings! Cleaver of the clouds, bluer than the bluest sky! My G.A. Pachi! I knew you would answer to my call! I, Gilbert Stein, Company Commander of Ouroboros' 38th Enhanced Jaeger Unit, will hereby commence diverting that Dragion and taking it out of the sky! I don't know what the hell's going on with his voice, but we're rolling with it. Gop. He had that thing when we were in Gransel. I had no idea that's how you wrote it. I know that thing. So he was the one who attacked the Bobcat. Maybe his idea wasn't so stupid after all. It might not be as strong as that Dragion, but in terms of maneuverability, it actually keeps up fairly well. Go, Gilbert! Kick his ass. But yeah, we had to fight that thing. That was, the sun door. He's actually fighting well. Yeah, I'm impressed.
I always figured he was just some loser, but maybe he's got more guts than I thought.
Yeah, I feel like I'm seeing him in a whole new light now.
Still, while he's putting up a valiant effort, I can't see him being able to actually take it down.
Indeed. Perhaps it would be best for us to turn around and engage it directly.
I told you there isn't any need for that!
Whatever, he's matching Kevin right now. Oh.
I mean it! Get going! It's not like I wouldn't have been able to help you out in battle much anyway. I might as well do my part some other way.
You're certain about this?
Sure, I might not be able to knock it out of the sky, but I can get it out of your way.
Why is it here?
Then, when you've safely escaped, I'll make my own retreat and follow on after you.
Understood. I shall be praying for your success.
Same to you.
Wow.
He sure knows how to steal the spotlight.
Honestly, he should be fine. He's pretty skilled at operating that thing. He gave me and my brothers hell when he attacked us before.
Well, I guess all we can do is believe in him now.
Let us pray to Idios for his safety. Indeed. All engines, full speed ahead. Don't slow down until we reach our destination.
Yes, ma'am.
Moments like these are the best part of being a hero.
If only there were more people here to marvel at just how cool I am this very moment.
Most character development Gilbert's had all trilogy.
What?
Is it just going to... Oh, shit, there's 3 of them. Well, that's probably not great.
Wait a second! You can't gang up on me like that, that's messed up. You wish for more people. Arceal, can you hear me? I take it all back! I take it all back!
Crap! They're out of range. Try not to die, Gilbert. Hopefully when we bring down this place, you'll get sucked out of it, too.
Ah! Ideos, help me!
I mean, at least he's drawing all 3 away, so good for him. Huh? You guys hear something? I didn't. I bet you she did. Detecting a giant structure 120 cells ahead of us. I think this is where we're headed for. We should be able to get a visual on it before long then, if it's that close. Joshua, could you move the main camera to face it? Of course. Zooming in as far as I can on the target. I've got it. Putting it up on the screen. Kind of reminds me of Maleficent's castle. Kingdom Hearts. What's that? Wow, it looks like something out of a fairy tale. It looks like some sort of palace. Or perhaps castle is the more appropriate word for it. So that is where the Lord of Phantasma waits for us. Great castle standing in the wilderness. Quite the romantic concept. Rufina is waiting for us there.
No doubt about it. That's one scary-looking castle she's built herself, huh? I'm already shaking in my stragas.
What should we do now, Kevin?
Well, let's try and get closer and see if there's a way in. Careful, though. I don't think our arrival is going to come as much of a surprise for her.
Understood. Arceal, decelerate. As soon as we reach the target, begin to slowly circle around it. Yes, ma'am. Anime cutscene. We're getting so many in today's episode. It's because we're hitting endgame. We are in endgame. This is the final dungeon. Hitting endgame. Final dungeon ended by the final boss. Interesting theme. Kind of reminds me of like a non-monochrome white Castle Oblivion. I wonder if we're welcome. Yeah, I'd say so. This feels like the Hermit's Garden theme, but twisted. This has to be the main entrance. There sure are a lot of doors, though. The design seems to resemble the cathedral in Arteria. Kevin?
Rufina! We know you're in there! I'm not gonna run, and I'm not gonna hide! So come out and let's settle this once and for all!
I praise you on coming all this way to face me. Welcome to Phantasmagoria, my castle. But the time for talk is long past. May we begin the final game. The man who seeks to atone and his attendant must pass through the great door above. All others must proceed in equal numbers through the 3 doors below. At the end of each wing you shall find a banquet I pray is worthy of your satisfaction. Now let the fun begin. Rufino. I see now that she intends to obsess over rules to the bitter end. I imagine that if you don't do as she asks, you will never be able to reach her. Keep in mind that much as we are bound by rules, so too is she only able to exist because of them. There shouldn't be any traps that would violate them inside. So she's finally ready to face us head on, huh? So it seems. And what a thrilling invitation she's given us. I couldn't be more excited. I sort of get what you mean. Although in my case, it's about 50% excitement, 50% nerves. Wow, it's about time we all got the chance to thank her for getting us wrapped up in this mess.
I ain't gonna back down from a fight when someone else has thrown down the gauntlet. Bring it on!
Come on, red-haired guy. Oh, I almost slipped there. Regardless, our path is set before us now, and we have no choice but to walk it. We still need to ascertain whether this land poses a threat to the peace of the Burl after all. Exactly, Julia. There's just one more reason why we can't afford to back down. Scream! Maybe I just want to hurry back to my brothers so they don't worry too much about me. But that's more than a good enough reason in my book.
And I'd get a real earful from Kilika if I stuck around this place for too long.
And as it so happens, I would be more than content to spend eternity here with all of you. But I suppose it's no longer an option with all things considered.
It never was an option, you idiot!
I'm glad all of you are here with us. Thank you.
You guys ready then? We're gonna need to split up into 4 teams of 4 if that's what we've heard. If what we've heard is anything to go by. Rias and I are gonna take the top gate. Other than that, anything goes.
So it seems. Still, the challenges beyond the Great Upper Gate are likely to be significantly more dangerous than any of the others. That may be something to bear in mind when choosing your teams.
Yeah, I'd like to save here.
You gonna make me do it right away, or can I do it like on my own? Right gate, the Golden Giant. Left gate, the Black Guardian. Main gate, the Crimson Lizard. Giant gate, the World's Will. Here we set the parties. Okay, because it let me save, and because we're probably at about 45, 50-ish minutes in episode length, I think I will end it here. I want to leave a bit of a vote up to you guys in the comments. Would you prefer for the final Rias party, the final dungeon party, Estelle and Joshua, who have also technically been there in every final party so far, or Rias and Olivier? It's got to be both. Either Estelle and Joshua or Kloe and Olivier. So we will make our parties next time. So for now, thank you to everyone for joining me. I hope you had fun. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you next time for what I believe, hopefully, to be the penultimate episode of Trails in the Sky the 3rd. Bye-bye!